Hi. I don't know how to start this. I do not know how to, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Hello. I am about to leave for the airport. I have a flight in about 4 hours, to Lisbon. This is a very big flight. I'm about to leave on a multiple-year solo trip around the world. What am I getting myself into? I just turned 27, so I really do feel like this is sort of a critical time in my life to do something like this. It's not something that everyone can just pack up and go do and travel by themselves around the world indefinitely. And I'm very aware that if I don't do it now, there's a chance I might never be able to do it. I don't even know how to describe a trip like this. It's nothing like a vacation. It's not going to Mexico for a week. It's not going even backpacking Europe. I want to go to places that people don't always think about going when they're planning a trip. I want to go to places that I see when I'm watching something like the Discovery Channel, and it blows my mind because it's so beautiful, and nobody that I talk to, nobody that I know has ever really experienced places like that. I am about 45 minutes away from leaving to head to the airport. I'm flying from Toronto to Lisbon. Lisbon was the cheapest flight I could find across the Atlantic, and it just made a lot of sense. Portugal is a really cool country that I've wanted to experience, so win-win situation. I get to start in Lisbon, which is an amazing, I cannot wait to explore Lisbon. It looks absolutely beautiful. All of Portugal looks so beautiful to me. So that's where I'm gonna be starting, is Portugal. And I am about to leave for the airport. I have a lot of anxiety that's only really started about pretty much when I woke up this morning. My flight is in the evening, which is good because you don't have to feel rushed, but a little bit bad because you have a whole day to internally freak out about the huge decision and life change that is happening at the end of the day. So, at least for me, that is something that it doesn't matter if this is all that I want, which it is. This is all I want. I'm so incredibly excited. This is a big life change. And so there's a lot of anxiety behind that. But that being said, I am very prepared. I have my bags packed. I've had my bags packed for a while. I keep repacking them because I'm convinced that I have not done it properly. I know I have. That's, again, a little bit of anxiety, which I think is normal in a situation like this. But yeah, I pretty much just have to put my laptop in my bag and I'm ready to go. I decided that I really wanted to make an effort to film this entire trip. There's a couple reasons behind that, but I would say that the first reason that I'm really wanting to film as much of this as I possibly can is when I first started traveling, I was about 15 years old. I went to Paris and Lucerne, Switzerland on a school trip. So there was a bunch of us that went. I had a bunch of friends with me. It was such an amazing school trip, and that was the first time that I had left North America, and it was the first experience of being in a new place, and it awakened that crazy wanderlust in me that a lot of people know too well. Once you start traveling, it's impossible to stop. Some of us need that more consistently and constantly than others do. But when I was in Paris and on this trip, I know I had an amazing time, and I have pictures of it. I have pictures of these experiences that I've had traveling in other places, and I have my memories, but something I wasn't really anticipating is just how much of these trips I would forget. Now, we're talking like trips that were 10 years ago plus, but I'm starting to forget, and I'm starting to forget the details of incredibly important trips to me. I traveled a lot in Central Asia when I was 18 years old, and I'm not having as clear of memories of those experiences as I kind of expected that I would. So I can see the pictures and look at them, and I know kind of what we were doing at the time that the picture was taken, but there's not really any context surrounding the memory. So my memories of these places that are very important to me are starting to fade a little bit, and that scares me because it hasn't been that long since I took these trips, and they're so life-changingly important to me, and just travel in itself is so important to me, and the experiences, I really can't even put into words how important those memories are to me, because honestly, all you have in life is your experiences. You can't take anything with you when you die. That's just a cold, hard fact of life. You can't take anything with you, and all we really have in life are our experiences, and that's, to me, the most important thing. Losing the memory of those experiences, not losing it, but it's not as crisp as it was. I can't really like think back and remember it clearly without looking at the pictures. I didn't want that to happen ever again. I wanted to be able to preserve this time in my life, preserve something that is probably going to be the biggest thing I ever do in my life, traveling the world for multiple years potentially, completely solo. And I don't want to forget that. I don't ever want that to become just like a distant memory that I can not really remember clearly. That scares me. That, honestly, that terrifies me to think about forgetting that, because all we have are our experiences. So I wanted to film this. I want to film every second of this journey. I want to take you guys along so you can experience some of the places that maybe you're not able to get to right now. There's a lot of people that have a huge interest in traveling and they really want to go on these big trips, but for a lot of reasons it just isn't possible. I really hope that at least somebody is going to enjoy following along my crazy adventure. Hopefully at least one or two people that aren't like my mom and my grandma. I can't say I really know where I'm gonna go on this trip. I haven't decided specifics. There's places that interest me a lot more than other places. There's not really any place I wouldn't go if given the opportunity. There are a lot of places that I'm very interested in going to. I don't know 100% where I'm gonna go, when I'm gonna go there, how long I'm gonna stay in each country. I purposefully have not really planned anything aside from the first 2 weeks of the trip. The first 2 weeks I decided that I was gonna plan it so I wouldn't have the stress of not really knowing where I was gonna be staying. That just made me feel a lot better, and it made my mom feel a lot better too. So I booked the first 2 weeks. First week is in Portugal. I'm gonna go to Lisbon and then Albufeira. I think I'm saying that right. I really hope I am. And then I'm going to be going to Seville or Sevilla, and then I'm going to go to Tarifa. And let's see who can guess where I'm going after Tarifa. So this is kind of like, this is helpful talking about this. This is really helpful. I don't feel as anxious about leaving for the airport anymore, even though it is now, what time is it? I leave for the airport in about half an hour. I'm leaving in about half an hour now. This is amazing. This is the most excited I've ever been. And I'm also terrified. But it's like the best type of terrified I've ever felt. And I can't, it's a completely different emotion that I've never felt before. And it's scary, but I'm digging it. So let's go. It's time. I'm gonna put my laptop in my bag. My mom's coming to pick me up, and we're gonna drive the hour from my house to the airport in Toronto. And then on to the craziest adventure, or maybe it's gonna be really boring. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be real boring. I doubt it though. I really doubt it. All right, I will see you in Lisbon.
I've never been known for my cautious side. You should know that I'm well aware. I don't want anything left untried. Will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just do my love and not stop to think any of this over. So let us just do my love and see where this road will take us now.
I am in Lisbon. I arrived at the hostel like about a half hour ago. I'm kind of just kicking it and putting my feet up because I am really tired. I did end up sleeping, I don't even know. I think I probably slept maybe 3 hours on the flight. It was only like a 6-hour flight, which really surprised me. 6 hours and 5 minutes, so pretty short flight compared to what I thought it was going to be. And then we arrived in Lisbon. I went through security, which took such a long time. I think there were a bunch of different international flights that landed all at once. So the non-European Union passport holder line was pretty intense. So it took a long time to get through, but got through. They stamped my passport on a new page, which is a huge pet peeve of mine. But they stamped my passport, and I am officially in Portugal now. And then I decided, I'm just going to take a taxi. They said it was going to be about a 10 to 15 euro taxi to get to the hostel. So I thought, worth it. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of carrying my bags. And then, lo and behold, the taxis are on strike right now. Something to do with Uber. But yeah, the taxis are on strike, so there's no taxis available at the airport. So I ended up taking the metro, which was pretty easy, all things considered. I don't usually take metros. My city doesn't have one. We just have buses, and I had a car, so I would drive everywhere. But it was pretty easy, and I arrived. I am staying at Central Lisbon Hostel or Lisbon Central Hostel. I forget which one. I'll link it below. So far, I'm really impressed. I'm in this room right here, just kind of kicking it. Let's see. It's a nice little breakfast nook, but I'm kind of just chilling and putting my feet up because my feet always get really swollen when I fly. And I know it's because I don't walk around, but I'm not in the mood. So my feet get super swollen, and I'm just hanging out, drinking some water and watching some YouTube because I'm tired. So in a little bit, I'm probably gonna go out and walk around in the street for a little bit and get a lay of the land. But yeah, I was told that there is a free walking tour tomorrow. There's actually 2 free walking tours every day. And I might go to Sintra tomorrow. We'll see. They suggested going tomorrow because it's a weekday, and they said that it gets pretty busy on the weekends, so probably I'll go tomorrow, but just gonna have to play it by ear. So it's about 7 o'clock, and I decided to come out and explore a little bit and maybe find something to eat. They have some free food at the hostel, so I'm probably just gonna eat that. but maybe find something. So I'm just walking around, and I found a cute little like flea market that I was looking at with some really pretty jewelry and nice handicrafts and that sort of stuff. So now I'm gonna walk down to hopefully the historic area. I think that's where I'm going. We will see.